Hello, everybody, and welcome now to day seven of 7 days of Maldives honeymoon launch strategies, where we have been recapping the podcast episode 200 that we did a few weeks ago that talked about different strategies that can help you hopefully increase your ROI on your product launches, make your product launches more cost effective. My name is Bradley Sutton, and I'm the one who did all the case studies that kind of researched this. And so I'm very, very excited to share it with you. And I'm also excited to see how just in the last 2 weeks, how many people have sent me private messages talking about how different aspects of the Maldives honeymoon strategy that we've been talking about have already helped them. That's awesome to hear. As you guys can see, I am currently right here in the beautiful Maldives. Just playing. I'm not actually here. I got sound effects though. At least I got that. Not so funny. Okay, sorry. Hey, enough sound effects here. Anyways, we are here in the Maldives. Figuratively, that's actually where I recorded this podcast originally. If you guys want to hear the entire podcast of the strategies, go to your Apple Podcast and hit episode 200 of the Serious Sellers Podcast. It's a 1 hour episode. Make sure you have your pen and paper out there because you're going to want to take notes on it. The first few days, what did we talk about? We talked about not making your listing months in advance. We talked about looking in your product research phase about how to find keywords that have competitors that don't have that target keyword too much in their title, the ones who are on page one. We talked about how to launch for multiple keywords at the same time. Today, we're going to talk about the canonical URL, how that has helped, and a little bit more of my PPC strategy. I talked a little bit of the PPC strategy on day 6. We'll recap that, but I'm going to get a little bit deeper into when I launch what my PPC strategy is. So right now, I'm just going to give you guys the recap of the deals that we have that are only 2 days left. And as I'm doing that, and while you guys catch up to the live, make sure to put in the comments, as always, where you guys are calling in from, what country. And also, don't forget to give a thumbs up, unless your name is Avi, because he's the only one in every video who has gave it a angry face. But everybody else who's cool, make sure to give a thumbs up and a like and a smiley face on this. And let me go ahead and let you guys know about the codes. All right. Oh, by the way, real quick, tomorrow or today, it's already 2:30 in the morning. In like, I don't know, 9 hours, 10 hours, at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Pacific time, we are going to have a live webinar right here. So if you're watching this on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, right here, we are going to have a live webinar. It's not going to be like this where it's unannounced. There's only like 100 people who come on this live. We're going to have about 500 to 1,000 people live, and it's going to be a one-of-a-kind webinar where we're inviting different real sellers. It's called the Average Joe webinar. It's not going to have any gurus. We are not going to have any people trying to sell their course on here or hire you as a consultant. We're not going to have any PowerPoint slides. All right. We're not going to have any Helium 10 software demonstrations. It's just going to be called an Average Joe webinar. We're going to have a bunch of people that, especially if you've never heard of the podcast, you have never heard of, because they're not influencers. They're not YouTube personalities. They are real people like you and me who have had different levels of success on Amazon in 2020. And we're going to learn from their mistakes and learn from their successes. And hopefully, for those of you who are not selling on Amazon yet, you're going to be inspired to maybe get into it. Or if you are already selling on Amazon, maybe you think, these rookies maybe can't teach me much. We're not going to have just rookies. There'll be some people who do like 7 figures there on Amazon. We're going to have some people who do only 5, 6 figures, nothing wrong with that. But anyways, I would say go ahead and listen to it too, because you might get inspired, or like maybe you lost some of your motivation. I hope that this webinar tomorrow is going to get you guys pumped up for 2021. Whether you're not selling on Amazon or you're already selling on Amazon, I want everybody to get going. Like I've been watching this Korean drama all the time, and they do this thing. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but anybody Korean who's watching this right now, they always say fighting. Like this is like this word, like in Japanese, we say ganbatte. Like that's the kind of attitude I want people to have. Like, let's get this. All right. So somebody who's Korean, please let me know if I said that right or not. But anyways, that's the spirit I want you guys to be ready to crush 2021 and have as much energy as I do at 2:30 in the morning right here. Anyways, the two discounts at the end of the year that we have, again, there's only about 40, not even 48 hours left on these deals, less than 48 hours left, because at the end of the 31st, these deals disappear forever. We've got 25% off 2 months of Helium 10. That's saving you $25 off the regular price, almost about $24 and some change. And you get 2 free months of Freedom Ticket Extra, which costs $77 a month. That's the coaching program we have, where twice a week you can come and ask the Helium 10 experts, including Kevin King, as well, live, any questions in these small groups. And then you get other trainings as well. So if you guys want to sign up for that, if you're not Helium 10 members yet, or if you're just a la carte or free, right here down here is h10.me/buy 2020. And in addition, let's see. What? Maya, stop sending me messages right now. I'm trying to do a live broadcast. Maya is on our team right now. Why are you sending me messages? Making big noises. Anyways, the next code, if you're brand new, never sold on Amazon, this one might be better for you. We are doing a very small test group. As long as we can get 50 to 100 people in on this group, very small test group, where we're going to try and hold your hand to help you get your first product launched. Get your first product ordered within 75 days. Trying to launch a product in 75 days from zero is almost impossible, especially during Chinese New Year. But trying to get your first product ordered, and to be part of that like test group that we're going to do, where it's going to be like a private Slack group, and you'll be able to ask us questions, public and private, for a small group of people will be helping you out. You can use the code Bradley10. Bradley10. All right, that gives you 10% off Helium 10. Not a big discount, but you're going to get way more value. I actually didn't want to put a discount on this, but that's my way so I can track who is in on this special. So that's why I put this little code right here. Anyways, guys, those are the two deals that we have. Let's go ahead and talk some strategy. All right, here we go. The canonical URL, in my experience, and this is a question I've been getting, is does it matter where the phrase is, the keyword phrase is in your title when you're doing Maldives launch on a keyword? And in my experience, it's anywhere in the title is a positive. But I did notice slight increases, slightly better effectiveness of the campaigns that I was doing for a keyword when the keyword was in my canonical URL. Now, what is the canonical URL? The canonical URL, that's, you go on Amazon right now, do any keyword search or whatever, right? Click on a listing. Look at the URL at the very top, the address of that product. What you're going to see is http.amazon, whatever.com / the ASIN, and then / it's going to be 5 words that each have like a dash in between them. I think that's how it is. I'm not on Amazon right now, but it's 5 words, and that's a canonical URL. That's like locked in by Amazon. Okay. But that's also the URL that is indexed by Google. All right. So if you search on Google, and you come across your ASIN, it's going to have that as the URL. All right. So what happens is when you get some nice keywords in your canonical URL, you're going to get slight residual bumps anytime there's interactions with it, that URL just by itself on Amazon. It's by no means anywhere near like a search, find, buy campaign or anything like that. I'm not trying to say that, but you get a little bit of bumps. I've heard of people even sometimes sending their traffic to canonical URLs without even doing, like add to cart, hacks that some people talk about, or search, find, buy or anything like that. But just the canonical URL, they've gotten some keyword love from that. All right. So it makes sense that words in the canonical URL will help. So how do you force your canonical URL? This does not work 100% of the time, but for me, it works about 90% of the time, right? Where you put 5 keywords in the beginning of your title. Remember, you got to put your brand name there too, but including your brand name, 5 words, all right? And they have to be full words, not numbers, not, what is it called? Articles like a, and, or the, not abbreviations like IN, things like that. They got to be 5 real meat and potatoes keywords, full keywords, all right? I don't have a list of what those keywords are. Like, I'm not sure where Amazon draws a line of what's a real keyword or not. I just know that guaranteed those little tiny keywords, they don't count as keywords for whatever reason, like a or the or end or in, stuff like that. Like for whatever reason, Amazon, in my experience, doesn't count those. This trick doesn't work. All right. But if you have 5 real words and then a dash, a space, dash, space. All right. So guys, if you go right now, if you guys are on a computer, try this. I'm not even sure if I updated this. Go to Amazon.com, right? Type in coffin shelf. And then do not click on my sponsored ad, guys. All right. Do not click, please, on the Project X Manny's Mysterious Oddity sponsored ad. I don't want my budget to run out. All right. Scroll down, find Manny's Mysterious Oddities, not the sponsored ad. And there it is. You will see at the very top, Can I actually share my screen? Hold on. Let me see if I can share my screen here and do this. Yeah, I think the problem is I won't be able to zoom in. So let me see how I can zoom in. Hold on, guys. Let me get something that I can zoom in on. All right, let me show this to you guys here. Here we go. Can I zoom in on this? It is not allowing me to zoom in. All right, well, let me give this a try. Let me give this a try here. I want to show you guys, for those of you who cannot look at it on your computer right now. All right. Share. There we go. All right. So if you look right in here, this is the canonical URL. All right. And so these are those 5 keywords: Manny's Mysterious Oddities Coffin Shelf. This is the canonical URL. I didn't do this. This is the actual canonical URL. Why can I not zoom in on this? This is so annoying. Anyways, if you look, I have Manny's Mysterious Oddities Coffin Shelf with the dash. All right. 5 words plus the space. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can zoom in on this section right here. There we go. You can zoom in like this. All right. You see Manny's Mysterious Oddities Coffin Shelf with a dash. And that was what locked in my canonical URL. All right. That's why it's at the top. So if you're really going, like, trying to get every single thing done on your Maldives honeymoon, that's just one last thing, like, for your absolute best keyword. If you can get it in there, so that's in your canonical URL, it's going to help you. All right. The second thing I said I was going to talk about today is my PPC strategy. I talked in yesterday's episode about how I launched 4 campaigns in the beginning. All right. Auto campaign, a research campaign, which is made up of broad keywords, and a proven campaign, which is made up of exact manual targeting, and my ASIN targeting, product targeting campaign from day one. All right. I also mentioned my bidding strategy in the beginning. I'll bid a little bit high, like maybe $2, $3 for my exact manual campaign. My research campaign, I'm going to bid 50% of whatever that is. And in my auto campaign, I'm going to go 50% of whatever my research campaign is. This is what I have running for maybe 2 to 3 weeks in the beginning. So I'm really making the focus right there on my exact manual campaign, so that my main keywords, they're hopefully showing up at the top. As I start this listing and these campaigns, I put those exact manual keywords into Keyword Tracker, right? And I put those on Boost. Boost is that little rocket ship that is next to each keyword in Helium 10 Keyword Tracker. What does that do? It is checking my organic position and my sponsored position every hour, 24 hours a day. And it's rotating on browsing scenarios. What does browsing scenario mean? It's not always just, oh, this is a Chrome browser signed in. No, it's a Chrome browser signed out. It's Safari browser. It's mobile browser. It's searching different geolocations, being like, maybe it's California, maybe it's Florida, maybe it's New York. So then I can see, have a general idea if my keyword organic or sponsored rank is fluctuating at all. All right. Especially I'm looking in the beginning at my sponsored rank, because I'm just guessing that that $3 bid is going to get me good. All right. If I did my PPC test listing, I probably have a good idea what bid I need to do in order to get to the top of the page and sponsored. So hopefully I already know, but that test listing might've been 2 months ago. Things might've changed, right? So I am tracking immediately where my sponsored ads are showing up, and I can adjust my bid accordingly. right? I let that go for a while. And then in the meantime, my auto and broad campaigns are finding other potential keywords that I can convert for. And I program ads by Helium 10 to let me know, are there any times that at least two purchases happen on a search term from the broad or auto? And then when it moves, if it's from the broad, it's going to move to my manual campaign, right? So if you don't have Helium 10 ads, I'm sorry, it's going to take you 10 times as long to do it, but you still got to do this. You got to download your search term reports like after a couple of weeks, and then go ahead and look how many of those search terms from your broad got a purchase or got two purchases. And what I suggest doing is then go ahead and take that search term and make it an exact manual target. If you find any keyword search terms that did well in the auto, you have a choice. You can move it to the broad and research it further, or go ahead and move it directly to the auto campaign. I'm sorry, to the manual campaign. All right. And that's pretty much my strategy. One thing that I'm going to get a lot of in the beginning from my auto campaign is some product targeting, some ASINs. All right. I'm going to move those that convert to my product targeting campaign. So I'm not crossing my fingers, hoping that Amazon shows me for these keywords. I'm going to put it directly to my product targeting campaign. So I'm telling Amazon to show me for that product. All right. So guys, there you have it. That's the last little bits of how I manage my Maldives strategy. And like I said, I just did this a week and a half ago. It's been 2 weeks now. And within 4 days, got to page one, position one for my main keyword. And some of the other keywords, I'm on page one as well, even though I had 0 reviews. And even though I wasn't even making that many organic purchases, I wasn't getting that many organic purchases yet. All right. Anyways, there you have it, guys. That's the full 7 days of our honeymoon. I hope you guys have enjoyed our honeymoon. Let's go ahead and open it up to you guys. Let me see who we have here in the shout outs. Yolanda is up, probably working out as usual. It is 5:30 in the morning where she is. Yolanda, go back to bed. Yitzhak says hello from Israel. Hello, how's it going? We got Barry in the house, Nancy in the house. Juliana from UK. Why did I just do an almost Australian accent right there? You're not from Australia. You're from the UK. Very sophisticated way of speaking English, some might say. Okay, sorry. Hi, Nancy. Who the heck is Nancy? Oh, she's talking to somebody else over there. I'm like, what are you calling Nancy, Yolanda? Craig says, hey, Bradley, first product arrived in Amazon last night. Congratulations, Craig. Thanks for all your help buzzing to get selling. I love it. Sofa, hello from Colorado Springs. It's 4:30 in the morning there. Go back to sleep. Venice, Italy, in the house. Ukraine, India. Facebook user says, love your videos. We got Omar. I sent you an email. Let me know if you got it. Probably not, Omar. I don't get emails. They I only get business emails usually from my contacts. So email is definitely not the way to reach me. Yolanda from the East Coast. Look at this. Nancy and Yolanda are just having a straight up conversation in my mentions here. This is great. Marcela desde Soto Grande. What's up, Marcela? Blazetopia. I've been a platinum member, but I haven't launched a product yet. Can you consider me letting me in on the training group? No, that it's for a very, very specific kind of customer. Don't worry. You've got other options. The other plan is probably better for you, actually. The one that with the better discount and the freedom ticket so that you can go to Kevin King. For you, since you've already kind of, been around a little bit for a couple of months, that's a better deal for you, not the Bradley 10 one. Another Ukraine, Tom Berling. What kind of name is Tom Berling for the Ukraine? All right, let's see. Sanare from Montgomery County. What's going on? Marcella says, live webinar. Yay. A deal from Pakistan. We've got Peter from Hong Kong. Murray from Dubai. Marcella says, what time is the live webinar? It is Pacific Standard Time today at 11 a.m. So that is in eight, 8.5. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to sleep today. 8.5 hours. That's terrible. I have another live broadcast in like 5 hours here. So guys, if I look like a zombie tomorrow, you gotta excuse me. We got Manny from Germany. Little known fact: the founder of Helium 10 is named Manny. Florian says, "Thank you for teaching me good stuff." Dom says, "Does the brand name have to be in the title? Does it need to be in the beginning?" Yes and yes. Will you get caught immediately if you don't do it? No. A lot of people get away with it, sometimes for a year. Me, I never put a listing up that does not have the brand name in the beginning because I don't want to take the chance that Amazon's going to go in, change my listing to what it wants, and then lock it so that I can never change it again. So yes, I always suggest putting brand name in the title and in the beginning. That's what Amazon wants. Florian says, use screen magnifier, Windows tool. What is that? Screen? I don't have any screen magnifier on my PC here. Like I just checked my search. I don't have that. Do I have to download that or something? Alexander from the UK. I got the accent better there. Sorry. I love it. Elshin from Azerbaijan. Please invite our top seller Yalchin to the event. He is a mid 8-figure seller. Which event are you talking about, Elchin? And do you only become friends with people with a suffix of chin in your name? Sorry, bad joke. Where's my jokes? There we go. I need to put in some laughs here. All right. What is it? Blaze Topi says, Bradley, do you want a death on your conscience? Do you want? All right. Let's see. Blaze, do you want to kill me, Bradley? Blazetopia, do not be upset that you can't get in that special group. Like I said, it's not designed for somebody like you. The one that's designed for more for you is the Freedom Ticket Extra. Let's see here. Does the listing age matter when choosing the type of URL in Helium 10 portal to rank it? Well, it doesn't matter how you are ranking. All right. How you are launching, I should say. The listing age always matters to me. And that's why to me, it's a very important part of any honeymoon or Maldives honeymoon launch is the listing age. Doesn't matter if you're talking about URLs, search, find, buy, PPC, age of listing matters. All right. Usama says, I have some very serious issues. Oh, very serious. Let's see. During Reverse Cerebro, I see a double sponsored and organic keywords of my competition, but I have targeted 99% of relevant keywords in my campaigns, and my sales are also good, but not according to my competitor. Kindly suggest me the way to double my sponsored keywords, meanwhile keeping in mind that these keywords then half relevant, they need huge budget and bad A costs. So, I mean, Usama, I think you're looking at it from the wrong angle, all right? Stop looking at it just from the angle of your competitors. Just because your competitors are showing up in sponsored ad for keywords, that means not much. The only time it super is important, exactly what your competitors are ranking for is or sponsored is if it's like 10 or 15 keywords that come up in Cerebro. Then guess what? You just uncovered their entire sponsored ad strategy because they're obviously only using exact manual campaign. All right. If they show up for 2,000 keywords and are in sponsored, who cares? That they probably are just running an auto campaign, and Amazon shows products for the most random things in the world. All right. So if you're looking for how to use the Maldives strategy and you're trying to use just their sponsored keyword list from Cerebro to find out what you're going to target, no, that's not how to target the keywords. Go for the organic, what they're ranking organically for. And that goes for your PPC as well. Don't worry too much about that they're showing up for 2,000 keywords in sponsored ads because that could be a whole auto campaign. Manny says, is there a specific time preferred when to launch? Are you talking about the time of day? If so, then no. Blazetopia needs to like settle down a little bit here. We got I'm going to test. I'm going to test our moderators here. If some people might not understand from the some people might not understand. This is going to be a good test. Some people might not understand that Blazetopia, his original message. I'm going to see if we can delete some of those. Go on while. All right, there we go. Let's see if my new moderation technique works. Blazetopia, you're scaring people here. Everybody's like, look at Florian. Florian's like, what is going on here? Anyways. Arcadi says, hey, Bradley, do you know if this canonical URL is generated once and for all, or it can update as a title updates? It updates as a title updates usually. So if you make a change to it, it's not immediate. It takes about 48 hours sometimes to be updated. All right, let's see. Oh, Maya said she's going to go ahead and take care of these messages here. Come on, Blazetopia, play nice here. We got Vincenzo from London. Yalchin from Turkey. Awesome. I haven't been to Turkey in like a couple years. I got to go back. We got Mubreen from Pakistan. Steven says, any ways to influence what the URL is? Steven, you actually did it right. So I can see your name. Steven, go back and rewind this video. I said exactly how to influence what the canonical URL is. All right. Malik says, G'day from Melbourne. How's that Australian accent, huh? Not bad for an American. I don't know the Finnish accent. Tony from Finland, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. Michael from UK, what's up? Efren from Sweden. I took advantage of the 25% promo, but I can't find the way to get access to Freedom Ticket Extra. All right, if you can't find that, all you got to do is go into your Helium 10 account or your dashboard. On the very bottom right, there is a little chat. So just open up that chat. They can see what your account is, and then they'll be able to help you out right there. Thank you, John, for moderating some of these crazy comments here. And Maya. All right. Mr. Webinar with Ben. Oh, you're talking about, I was thinking about, we have an employee here named Ben. I was like, I know it's late, but did I forget about, I did another webinar? Okay, you're talking about, I did a live in Singapore earlier today. How did you miss that? Ask them for the recording. That was a really good webinar that we did in Singapore. Oh, Florian says it's only Magnifier. Let me see. Oh, there is an app called Magnifier. Oh, crap. But now my screen is all messed. Oh, you just messed me up. How do I get out of this? Florian, my screen is completely messed up now. What have you done to my computer? Can I hit escape? Florian, how do I get out of this app? Florian, you messed up my computer. I can't see my screen now. What is the, oh my goodness. Florian, you're going to like be the death of me here. I literally cannot click on anything now. Oh, there we go. All right. My screen is still messed up. Florian, please give me a message on how I can get out of this dang app. This is terrible. Oh, I can't even find your guys' comments anymore. Florian just sabotaged my entire computer. I literally cannot do anything here. I might even have to stop this broadcast. Florian, do you feel bad? Hold on. How do I can't. Florian, what is going on here? Hold on. Somebody tell me how to get out of this Magnifier app. So it's as if I downloaded a virus to my computer. Let me do a Control-Alt-Delete here and see if I can get rid of Magnifier. Hold on. There it is, Magnifier. There we go. Oh, come on, Florian, you just totally jacked up my, I have like these humongous screens and everything just went completely crazy right now. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. Everybody blame Florian for screwing up our broadcast right here. I'm just playing with you, Florian. But yeah, seriously, my computer was jacked up. All right, let's see here. Nicholas found the secret on-ramp link. Yes, he did. He found it there. That's the one we're going to talk about tomorrow. There's the secret entry right there. Look at Nicholas doing some detective work. Tom says, how to get your personal sourcing agent contact. You have two different ways, Tom. By either of those special deals that we have going on, you can get in there. So from the, that will be from the buy 2020, the BYE 2020 deal. If you're in the second month after February 1st, you'll be able to ask customer service. They'll hook you up. You can get that, or you can get a one-on-one with Karen. Or if you're in the Bradley 10 deal, you can also get it that way inside the Slack group. Trademark JPR says, as you have told honeymoon period, can we change our listing more than one time to check phrases which got sales fast? Trademark, you need to rephrase that because I'm not understanding what you mean there. So tell me that in a different way. My brain cells are not working right now. So you please re-explain that. Facebook user says, what would you suggest to do while waiting for the first product to arrive to Amazon? I'm guessing. I've ready in the listing, made the launching plan. Shall I wait for it and learn more? Meanwhile, shall I launch another product? I found some good ideas as potential products. I mean, that's up to you. If you've got the budget, if you didn't spend all your money on your product launch or on your inventory, and hopefully you have it budgeted for your launch, and you have like an extra $5,000 sitting around or something, sure, go ahead and launch. Go ahead and look for another product. If you budgeted only enough for this product and its launch, well, don't go trying to buy another product, because you need money to reorder your first product. You need money to pay for your launch. You need money to pay for your PPC. Nicholas says, I'm not sure if I get the PPC budget. If you set your exact manual at 2, then the broad will be at 1 and the auto at 50. Yes, that is correct. What do you put in the broad? I put like super short tail keywords. So for example, if some of my target keywords is coffin shelf, and I know that coffin related products are going to be trending, I'll put coffin as my broad keyword. If Gothic decor is one of my targets, my manual targets, I might put Gothic, thinking that other Gothic related keywords will be really, I want broad on those as well. I was watching some videos, and do you really think all products will not be organic and just paid? I'm not sure what you mean there, Sinar. You'll have to explain that a little bit more. Airfun says, I have found a good product idea, but the problem is that 15 out of 40 products on the first page of the main keyword are the same brand. Ooh, other brands sell higher than that brand. Do I have the opportunity to compete in this market if all sellers have less than 100 reviews? Poor images, and some have black background. I mean, some of what you are saying are signs that it could be good, but then the sign that's kind of troubling a little bit is 15 out of the top 40 products are the same brand. I would investigate that a little bit more to find out why. That sounds a little bit fishy to me. How many keywords should be targeted in auto campaign? You don't pick. Amazon just shows you. You can't target keywords in an auto campaign. Amazon shows you for whatever they want. All right. Let's keep going here. We've got another user from Pakistan, a user from Filipinas. We got Adriana I'm not sure where Adriana is from. Valentine from London says hello. Loved your video with Trevin. Adriana is from Europe. Hello, Adriana. Juliana says, if I was to send my first batch of products into Amazon with a GTIN, Can I use FNSKU for my next batch? I printed the G10 on my product label and would not want to FNSKU label on top. Me personally, I like doing FNSKU because here's what could happen. Another seller could get like a counterfeit product and then put that G10 or your UPC code that you have on their product, and then send it into Amazon. And then how does Amazon know who the sale came from? You know what I'm saying? Like they can use first in, first out, but I mean, if everybody's got the same exact sticker, who gets the sale sometime? Like if they're pulling that inventory, all right. So because remember, it's not just who gets the sale. Obviously, if you're the seller, you're going to get credited for the sale. But how do you know they're going to pick your product, the one that you sent in, if they're all mixed together, right? Now, if it's FNSKU, well then it's different customers have the FNSKU, or different sellers. I'm sorry. I hope that makes sense. But I wouldn't do that, Julia. I mean, people do it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an option. You can. It's called a commingle inventory as well. You don't have to put an FNSKU all the time, all right? But me personally, that's just not the way I roll. Florian says, sorry, that was not what I wanted. There's a small window somewhere with a my sign. Yeah, the problem is, see, I've got a huge Microsoft Studio Professional, whatever, computer. That's where I do my zoom in. And then I have a 60-inch monitor. It's almost like a flat screen TV, like over here, with about 17 windows on it. And then what happened was when I turned on that magnifier, it zoomed in everything, and I couldn't even see the it was a mess. I'm never launching that program again. Florian, you messed up. All right, let's see here. What other questions we have? All right. Let me. All right. Let's see. Aha. Look at this. Sofa says, for the last few months, my brand name has been inserted automatically by Amazon. That's what I don't want to have. Because sometimes if they do that, what happens is you're never able to change your title again in some situations. So here's somebody that at least the first part of it happened to. Amazon went, they saw that Sofa didn't have the brand at the beginning, and they changed it. My canonical is a URL, a combination of single keywords. Yeah, it's probably a random list of keywords from your title, right? It's not the first 5. Is that correct, Sofa? Ollie says a good morning to you, and a good morning right back to you. How important is the brand patent? I believe you mean trademark, not brand patent. There's no patent for the brand. For beginners with low budget, it depends on what your goals are, short and long term. If you want brand analytics, and if you want to be able to do certain kinds of PPC, like brand sponsored videos, sponsored brands, which is formerly called headline ASINs, if you want A+ listings, you're not going to be able to do it until you get brand registry. Is it an absolute necessity? No, it's not. But again, it depends on what your individual goals are. If you change the product category, does the honeymoon start again? No, it does not. Marta says, the reviews in Spain are in many different languages because the sales come from all of Europe. What can you tell about Europe reviews and launching? Yeah, almost across the board now. If it's the same ASIN and different marketplaces, even USA, it'll show the international review sometimes. I saw a listing from Spain the other day, and it showed a bunch of reviews from India, the same ASIN. All right. So it's universal reviews. All right. So don't think of it so much in the sense like there's a magic number of reviews. Everything goes back to what would the buyer do. All right. And a lot of times, is the buyer going to click on those reviews? Sometimes they do. Sometimes what they're doing is they're just looking at the number. All right. They're just looking at the number of reviews right there. So thank you, John, for doing some moderations right there. Anyways, they're looking for the number of reviews. They don't care where it comes from. They don't know oh, there's different seller centrals in India and France, and this product, 73% of the reviews come from India. I'm going to disregard. Oh, the average buyer doesn't think like that. We as Amazon sellers are probably thinking in that way, right? But we have to think like a buyer, not a seller. So you just got to put yourself in the buyer's shoe. And if you think that's going to be super important to the buyer, then consider that. If you think that they're just looking at the number of the reviews, regardless of where they come from, then you got to keep that in mind. All right. It all depends. Always think like the buyer in this case. Marnie says it would be nice if everyone who tried out the Maldives technique share you with their experiences. Yes, it would be nice. Hussein says, when are you coming to Pakistan? That will be probably, I would say, latter part of 2021, just after I get vaccine and maybe most of the rest of the world is vaccinated, so that we don't have to worry about the coronavirus too much anymore. That's probably when I'll be going. So whenever that is. Probably, I would say next fall of next year. Juliana says, what's the difference between doing PPC via ads and setting up through Amazon Seller Central? Well, doing it through ads sets it up in Seller Central. It's just a lot faster. It's like doing it in ads takes 1/10 the amount of time. And when you create it in ads, now your 3 campaigns are all talking to each other. All right. If you set it up on Seller Central and you don't have ads, you've got to download all of your search term reports once, twice a week, run some formulas on there or pivot tables and see what you need to move around. Then you got to go back to Seller Central after you get that list from your Excel files or your CSV files. And then you add manually or negative match manually these keywords, right? In ads, it's going to suggest to you without you having to download anything. It'll say, hey, you should move this keyword to your exact manual. Hey, you need to negative match this. Hey, you need to lower the bid on this. And then you just say yes or no. Do I want to do it? You just click it once and it's done. So what would take 30 minutes on Seller Central takes 30 seconds in ads, literally. Ooh, Nepal in the house. I don't know if I've had a live viewer from Nepal. That's great. That's our first one. Sanjeet, welcome. I'm trying to read this next one here. After doing the listing with taking one keyword in our listing and giving time to monitor that sales come or not, modify that. Oh, no. I wouldn't be changing the listing. I wouldn't be changing in the very first part. Don't be changing your listing like left and right. No, I wouldn't suggest doing that at all. Emojis and bullet points, is it according to terms of service? I tested it and nothing happened, but if you ask Seller Central, I'm pretty sure they'll say that you shouldn't use emojis in bullet points. I'm almost positive they say that. So yeah, that's up to you. Some people say it's good. Like if you're in like a hip category where people love emojis, they throw it in there and they've never been caught in years or never been told that this is bad. Other people say, oh, I've heard that you get listing suppressed. I haven't seen that ever happen, but who knows? That might be true. If my main keyword in the title ranking well and have boosts, do the other keywords in the title get boosts? Sometimes, yes. That's part of the Maldives method. In the Maldives honeymoon period, sometimes you'll get a little bit of boost if those are related keywords, if they are related keywords. And if potentially your competitors who are similar to your product and your listing are ranking well for those keywords, then yes. All right. If you have a brand, do you advise going ahead with a store in Amazon? If you have a brand, are you talking about the store, the branded store? Then absolutely, yes, 100%. That's one of the benefits of having brand registry. Next says, if you choose to send your private label product, which is the UPC barcode, wouldn't other sellers be forced to choose FNSKU if they want to be on the listing? But remember, if it's commingled, that's literally what that means. People are all sending it in together without the FNSKU if it's commingled inventory. And that's what you don't want. Giveaways versus PPC, which could help a new seller? Both of them absolutely help new sellers. I use both together. How often do you update removing non-converting keywords from your PPC? All right. So I look at mine around once a week, and I always look back at least 2 to 4 weeks of data. But in my Helium 10 ads, I designed it to tell me if I'm getting 15 clicks without a sale on a keyword to suggest that it's negative match, or if I set a certain threshold of spend. Like if it's a $20 product, maybe I'll put, hey, if I spend $15, regardless of how many clicks it is, and I didn't get one sale, then I'm going to go ahead and negative match it. Can I turn my automatic campaign into a manual, or have to make a different one? It's always separate. Your automatic campaign stays automatic. Keep your manual campaign manual. Mel says, follow Bradley on Instagram at H10Bradley. Good call, Mel. Nick Stuff says, does your current canonical URL include your brand name? The only way it includes your brand name is if Amazon randomly selected it. If you didn't do that 5 keyword trick, Amazon will just randomly select keywords in your title. Sometimes they include the brand, sometimes not. How important is search volume when looking up keywords in X-Ray? What's a good amount of search volume per keyword search? There's no magic number, but I wouldn't be looking. I wouldn't be looking for my top competitors if the keyword that I'm searching has like 50 or 100 searches. I guarantee there's more of a main keyword. So if you always try and look on the main keyword that is the most relevant to your listing, not just the most search volume, but the most relevant that has the highest searches, which is not always the most search volume overall. Can someone from UK leave an unverified review for a product in US? I'm not sure. I haven't tried that. I don't have a UK account, but it's not necessarily the fact that they leave it for a product in the US or vice versa. It's the fact that if there's an ASIN in the UK and an ASIN in the UK and the ASIN in the USA, you leave a review in the UK, sometimes it'll show up in the other marketplace, like in India or potentially USA, and vice versa. Where can we see the Maldives honeymoon technique? Go to the Serious Sellers podcast, episode 200. Episode 200, Serious Sellers podcast. You can actually see it on YouTube as well. You can search it on YouTube or search it on the Helium 10 blog. No, helium10podcast.com/podcast. How to find dead listing. That doesn't really have to do the Maldives honeymoon launch, Mohid, so we won't cover that here. What just happened to the questions? There we go. Juliana says, ad sounds like just the thing I need. It probably is, Juliana. So just try upgrading for 1 month, especially if you have a coupon. Whatever coupon you're on now, whether it's 10% or 25% off, it'll apply to the diamond plan as well. Try it for like 1 or 2 months. If it doesn't work for you, just tell customer service to put you back on the platinum plan, and then you've lost no money. If I make a custom bundle with someone else's brand on Amazon and run PPC, can I get in trouble? There are other sellers selling brand, but I'm the only one creating listings. That's not much for the launch, and especially you're not going to have much of a launch on there if you're trying to do branded names. So I would suggest going to Joey, go to the helium10.com/podcast and do a search in the search bar for bundling. Um, Amazon bundling. And there's a podcast that we did where we had a guest that talks about that kind of strategy. Can we use Maldives technique if we already have 3 months? There are certain aspects of it that are universal. Now, are you going to get the full technique? Are you going to get the full effect? No, you're not going to get the full effect. But there are different aspects of the Maldives that are kind of like universal that work throughout the year, but you're not going to get the full effect. David says, I need a support to access the freedom ticket with my diamond plan. I cannot log in. I wrote an email. You're probably not getting their emails back. I don't suggest ever doing just personally, don't do customer service through the email because sometimes your email blocks it. Do it in the chat. We have 24/7 support. So whatever anybody's issue is, 24/7 support inside of Helium 10. Just hit that little chat button on the bottom right, and we got 24/7 support right there for you. Let me skip here to the bottom. Is there any more questions? That keyword is a single keyword. When launching, Destiny says, do not run auto campaign when launching as it doesn't have enough data to advertise your product properly. What do you think about it? I'm not sure I've ever heard her say that, but no, I 10 times out of 10 immediately do auto campaigns and I get good keywords. That's why. Now, if you just have like some terrible listing, right, that barely has any keywords and it's not optimized, would your auto campaign be very effective? Probably not. But hopefully, so if that's the case that she's talking about, okay, I get it. But if you're doing the Maldives technique, that's never going to be a problem for you because you have a listing that's fully optimized, and from day one, you're going to be shown for keywords that are very related to you because of the way you optimize your listing using that proper keyword strategy. And that's worked for me every single time. All right, guys. That's about all. Oh my God, 52 minutes. I only wanted to do this like 25 minutes today. It's 3:10 a.m. That's cool. Anyways, guys, this has been fun going on this honeymoon with everybody here in the Maldives. Don't forget to check out the full episode of the podcast, or you can watch it on YouTube. If you just search it on YouTube, Helium 10 Maldives launch or something like that, it should come up right here on our channel. Don't forget, guys, the last 2 days of our 2 specials, either h10.me/buy 2020, BYE 2020. That gives you 25% off 2 months of Helium 10 plus Freedom Ticket Extra, 2 months for free, just $200 value in total. Or if you are brand new, have never sold on Amazon, have never had Helium 10, have never watched our videos, et cetera, sign up with Helium 10 with a 10% discount using the code Bradley10. And so that you can get in this private test group where we're going to try and handhold you to hopefully get your first product ordered. If we can be of any help. And, we're not going to pay for your product. I mean like helping you with your product research, et cetera. That's going to be like a little test group that we might expand out to everybody in the future. But that code is Bradley10. And then don't forget, today, in 8 hours, we will have a live webinar right here on YouTube. Make sure, guys, here on YouTube or on Facebook, you're subscribed. All right. So that's a little bell on YouTube. Subscribe first and then hit the little bell so that you get notified when we go live. It's going to be at 11 a.m. sharp for all of you brand new sellers or not selling yet, or any seller who's been discouraged lately. This would be a webinar for you. If you're making $100 million on Amazon, $50 million on Amazon, and you're the happiest person in the world, maybe this webinar is not for you. But for the rest of you guys, hopefully you'll enjoy it. I will see you guys in a few hours. And thank you so much for joining us on this 7-day journey. I hope you guys can use some of these Maldives techniques. And I'll see you in the webinar in a little bit. See you guys later. Bye-bye.